All right, welcome back. It's been a while since I did a video on here, hasn't it? I wanted to talk about this since, well, Thursday, and I haven't had the time to do a video on this. And again, it's just hockey's schedule's been kind of relentless. Just ridiculously relentless. I don't know how players are doing it when just YouTubers having a hard time keeping up with everything and getting ahead of anything. So, watching The Flash last week and seeing how they wrapped up the storyline with Ava, I didn't like the Eva villain at all. It's the problem I had was the whole mirror universe thing. I don't like it. I didn't like it. The whole season last year, I was like, I can't wait for this to be over. And then they didn't finish it because they had to get shut down due to our current global situation. And so this year they finish it, though it was so weird. I'm like, oh, how are they gonna end this? And then you get Barry like, I can't win. Okay, Barry, seriously, dude, you need to knock this off. You can't be just standing. You can't win. This is I quit. I'm just done. I don't know. But see, the problem was as soon as his emotions were taken out, Barry Allen turns evil. My theory for years has been that Barry Allen's the villain. And every bad thing and every big bad that shows up, you can trace it back to something Barry Allen did. And the next big bad is going to be traced back to how we got rid of Eva McCullough. So it's frustrating. Like he creates the thinker, and then the thinker needs these bus metas, so he's like, I'll go get them. He goes and gets them, and then the thinker takes him. He's like, I didn't think the thinker would take them. I put them all in the same spot. Why would the thinker come get them? Maybe don't put them in the same spot. Maybe get them as far away from you as possible. You did it with Bill Goldberg, you moron. So I don't understand so much about Barry Allen in general, and yet I'm still watching the show, and I'm kind of looking forward to next season and how's Barry going to be the villain again? And what gets me is if a friend of mine lost the ability to have emotion for say 2 hours, and within 2 hours they're trying to murder me, I might not think they're actually my friend. I might start questioning our friendship. Not Team Flash. And I love Allegra. I love Caitlin. I love Cisco. I think they're all great characters. Um, I just I I don't understand. I don't get it. It just how quickly he went from I love everybody and my heart is so open and free and I'm the paragon of love to, well, if I have to kill everybody, I have to kill everybody. See, who's going to die, who's going to live? Well, I'm deciding this guy, and if you disagree with me, well, I'm going to decide you die too. It's just, and they're still like, that's Flash, that's our friend. You sure? You sure? Because he turns awfully easy. And again, you could say, well, they've got years of experience, so they have all this life experience with Barry, so they're okay with. I don't know that I would be. I think depending on how long our friendship was, I don't think that that's gonna make any difference. I really don't. If within 2 hours of losing your emotion, you're trying to throw a ball at my head that could potentially either knock me out or kill me, I'm gonna be like, you tried to throw that ball at my head. Why did you do that? What's the problem here? Yeah, and if I felt like too within a couple hours I might have to get a weapon to shoot my friend, probably not my friend. Especially if it's just emotions. They made it like, well, his emotions are gone and he's super intelligent, so that means evil. Does it though? Does it? So we're gonna go Terminator with this, or we're gonna go full like computer virus with this. We're gonna go Ultron with this. It's just it's bizarre. It's strange to me. I'm glad she's making it so that people from the regular channel will feel at home. Because they'll be like, yeah, she's bathing in the background. Yeah, it's Shannon's video. So yeah, I though, and then the way that they solve it, or it's like, well, love will fix this, and I thought, oh, they're not gonna fix it with love. Oh, they're fixing it with love. It's the Doctor Who exit, which is love saves the day, and it's like, but why? How? How? Well, we still believe in the Doctor, but how does that fix anything? And I remember being upset about that too, even though I loved Doctor Who at the time. I don't watch it anymore, but I loved it at the time. And now with Barry, it's just, well, love Iris is the answer. Why is Iris the answer? And then the weird thing too is that, oh my god, so Iris has these powers because she lives in the mirror universe for too long, which made no sense. I'm like, okay, well, she's been in that universe, so she learns to control it. And then, Eva decides I'm going back to my home planet, Poochie style, and she'll never be seen again. And then they ask Iris, so you've got the powers, and she goes, I think Eva took them with her back to the Mirrorverse. What? How? So did she give them to Iris and not take them back while they were fighting? Like, if she had the ability to take those powers away, wouldn't she have done that while they were fighting? Wouldn't that have been? And then, they go from, all right, so we're fighting her, to we're going to hold hands with her and we're going to try to fix this alarmingly quickly. It's just, it is insane to me how quickly on these shows they go, well, now we're going to fight with the villain. Why? Wait, she was trying to wipe out everybody. And then it's like she knows what she's doing, and then they show her and they go, look, Eva, look what you're doing. And she goes, oh, that's what I'm doing. Didn't you know what you're a bad villain. You don't, the thinker would have looked and gone, yes, Slash, that's exactly what I'm doing. Why are you trying to show me what I already know? Like Zoom wouldn't have gone, oh, yeah, right. I don't know what I was thinking. That's I'm a horrible person. Why am I'm really sorry. I'm going to see myself out. I'm going to repair the damage I did very quickly. I'm just going to see myself. That's just crazy. And there's Eva. They have to save her. They have to salvage her, and then she's like, I'm going to build the universe. I'm going to create my children. And I'm like, what? No, that's still weird. Why is she still being weird? Why is the Mirrorverse still going to be? Why is she creating her? Is it going to be like? Is it going to be like Janet on The Good Place? Is she creating a bunch of morons, or is she going to create? Is there going to be an army of mirror people at some point again? I just, and then the body snatchers bit too. Here's my issue with that part of it was, I was like, okay, so they're all being turned into, body snatcher versions of themselves, and they're themselves, but they're not themselves because the real selves are in the Mirrorverse, and this is an evil version of themselves. They didn't explain the whole creation part. They didn't explain the stakes, and so I didn't really feel any stakes in it. Like when Joe's trying not to go into the Mirrorverse, and I'm like, okay, but it doesn't matter if he goes into the Mirrorverse because Barry's defeating Eva, so it doesn't matter. Like, I like Joe. Joe's a great character. And I love all the characters on the show, which brings me to the awkward part. Guys, the awkward part? Can we talk about the awkward part? Okay, in a minute. But as much as I like Joe, I wasn't like, oh, Cecile's in the Mirrorverse. Oh no, I didn't feel that because I knew Cecile was going to come right back. The evil version of Cecile was only there for a few minutes. She's brand new evil and all that. I don't. So, all right, Ralph. So the actor that plays Ralph was let go during the off season that went on for a while because old tweets came back to haunt him. Which, I mean, it's. I understand the decision and all that. It's just on some levels like, how long ago were those and what did he say? And is all right. So we'll shove that aside for now because that's an old storyline. But they bring in Sue, and Sue was supposed to be a character this year. I guess she's not going to be. But in comes Ralph, and his face has been melted. And right away I was like, oh my god, no. Oh, they're not doing this. Oh god, they're totally doing this, aren't they? So Ralph's face has been melted. So the next scene you see him, he looks like one of Daft Punk, and with the helmet, and he's talking through a voice modulator, and they're talking to him like it's Ralph, and I'm like, okay, it's a different actor wearing a Daft Punk helmet. This is weird, and they're all like, "Bye, Ralph," and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so awkward." And he's doing all of Ralph's little phrases and stuff, and I was like, "This is so not Ralph." it didn't, it, none of it, none of, no. Ralph would be so much more whiny, and Ralph wouldn't just leave like that. Like, I thought it was so cringy and weird, and I thought it would have been better not to mention Ralph. I had kind of assumed that when the show came back, they just would not mention Ralph, or they would say like, "Yeah, Ralph and Sue are missing," and leave it, and then maybe recast Ralph at a later date. But this, his face has been melted. It's Ralph. I'll take your word for it. I guess. I just, all these actors saying goodbye to Ralph, and they're he. It's not him. It's not the same actor. You can tell that they're trying to cover for the fact it's not the same actor. And I'm saying out loud, and Poochie died on his way home to his home planet, and it just felt so weird and so awkward, and it was shoehorned into the episode where then you have Harrison Wells, and he's just, I get to live my whole life now all the time. I can go back and live it over again. Well, wait a minute there, Professor. So you can go back and live it over and over. Well, why can't you stay here and help us for, I don't know, a week? Like, can you help us a little bit? Can you like share your knowledge with us just a little bit, other than just standing here going, that'll do, and walk away? Like, can you, I don't know, help us out? And it was an exit for Wells, which I understand, but I just, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I didn't get it. I just, there's so many things in this episode that I was like, wow, this is, and I have to think that with the pandemic, the shutdown, and just having everything turn out the way it did, this cannot be the way the season finale was supposed to work. This can't be it. It can't be. This can't have been the season finale they had planned. It can't be. It just can't. Because it was so silly, so ridiculous, and weird. And again, the whole, bye, Ralph. Is it though? Are we going to pretend that's Ralph behind the Daft Punk helmet? Are we really going to do this? Okie dokie. All right. Cool. Yeah. So we'll see what happens this season. Of course, I'm going to keep watching it. I've watched 6 seasons. We're into season 7. Why would I stop watching it now? It's not like Walking Dead where it's necessarily offended me. The Walking Dead offended me. I got tired of The Walking Dead offending me and, pulling the rug out from under me. So that's why I stopped watching that. It's, if you're gonna play it that way, then eventually I'm gonna say, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with you guys. Just, oh, look, we faked you out again. Oh, we faked you out again. Oh, that guy's dead. Oh, that guy's still alive. Oh, that guy's dead. I'm done. I that only goes so far, and then eventually it's like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. But Flash hasn't done that. It's just been, well, weird and unusual. And yeah, Barry Allen is he's a villain, and yet melty face Ralph, we're gonna, like I said, and the whole idea of melting his face is so that you can recast him. And so the next time he's on the show, I can say, Ralph, you look different. And he goes, yeah, ever since I got my face melted, I haven't been able to squish my face into the shape of my normal face, even though his power is legit, being able to squish his face, his body into any shape he wants. But that'll probably be what they go with, is my thought. But that'll be interesting. Hey, look, guys, it's Ralph, and he has a new face. Hi, Ralph. This is total. They should look at the camera and go, it's totally Ralph. We're serious. That's Ralph. And he could wear a name tag. Hi, I'm totally Ralph. And then we could all pretend this is Ralph Dibny. There was never another actor that played him. Never. Didn't happen. God, it's so weird. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As you can tell, I've been building this up for like a week. Had to come out. I didn't even put on TEG stuff. I kept my hockey t-shirt on and hockey hat and all that. I needed to vent about how weird it was. So if you watched it, was it weird? Was it just me? That the whole episode, and seriously, when it became clear that Love, Iris, was going to be how this got fixed, I went, oh, they're fixing it with Love. I said it out loud while I'm jogging on the treadmill. They're fixing this with Love. Oh no, not Love. The secret to the Speed Force was with us all along. Sure it was. Does it make any sense? No. It's like yesterday I watched Avengers Endgame, the first hour and a half of its 6 hour runtime. And again, when we get to the part where they explain time travel and why you can't just go back and kill Thanos when he's young so that none of it ever happened, and when Smart Hulk tries to explain why that doesn't work and how the present is your past when you go into the past, so you can't change your past when you're, it doesn't make any sense. And I watched it twice and I was like, yeah, it really doesn't. There's no basis. They kind of try to science it up, but then they go, don't think about it. Okay, we won't, but I will, and it still bothers me because it still doesn't make any sense. The whole end game. I remember when they said, "Well, it's going to be time travel." I thought they can't do that's not that doesn't make any sense at all. There's got to be something that's kind of lazy, isn't it? They did that. All right. Again, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video, and hey, Barry Allen's evil. I will talk to you guys again soon.